Premier Heating and Air is now offering free home energy audits. Call Premier Heating and Air now at 478-300-2633 for your free home energy audit. Premier's professional technicians will inspect your vents and duct system for cleanliness, inspect your attic insulation, check your indoor air quality, evaluate moisture barriers, and more. Log on to dublin.premierishere.com or call 478-300-2633 and experience a Premier difference today. Premier Heating and Air, a locally owned and operated company. Offer ends 2/29/24.
Well, we will move on to the program. On behalf of the Exchange Club of Dublin, I extend a warm welcome to each of you here today. I see some familiar faces and also welcome new ones as we come together and celebrate and honor outstanding achievements in education. Here at Exchange Club, we understand the importance of supporting and uplifting our community, especially in education, which we know plays a vital role in shaping our future. I want to extend a heartfelt congratulations to the recipients of today's awards, and then also to everyone that played a part in making today possible. Especially want to thank Mr. Eric Hornet, fellow Exchangeite. Eric has been in charge and has spearheaded the Star Student event or program for 11 years now, so we appreciate his dedication and ongoing support of this special program each year. So now I'm going to turn it over to Eric as he introduces our award recipients.
Welcome, and thank you for being here today. Today is a great day for Exchange because today we honor our highest achieving high school seniors and the teacher who has been most instrumental in their academic achievement. I'm excited to join the Dublin Exchange Club and extending my congratulations to the 2024 STAR students and teachers. I want to recognize some of our special guests, and others will be introduced as part of today's program. Unfortunately, Dr. Williams from Dublin City Schools could not be here today, nor could Clifford Garnto from Lawrence County Schools. Trinity Headmaster Jeremy Blackstock, thank you for being here today. And also thanks go to Kevin Gibson from TV 35 for being here to cover today's event as well. Also, I want to spend some time recognizing the parents, spouses, friends, and other family members of the students and teachers who are being recognized today. Like the STAR students and teachers being honored today, I know that you contributed to their success through your support and encouragement. Thank you for being here today, everyone. There are many programs and scholarships that honor the academic achievements of students. The Student Teacher Achievement Recognition, or STAR program, is unique that it also honors the dedicated teachers who have inspired that achievement. The purpose of the STAR program is threefold: to recognize academic achievement of Georgia's high schools, and to motivate students to be good scholars and good achievers; to honor excellence in teaching, to promote teaching as a career, and to encourage outstanding teachers to remain in the classroom; to demonstrate the business community's commitment to excellence in education, and to increase interaction between students and the business community. Since 1958, the STAR program has honored more than 29,500 high school seniors and their STAR teacher. The Page Student Teacher Achievement Recognition Program is sponsored by the Professional Association of Georgia Educators. To be honored as a STAR student, a high school senior must have scored in the highest in his or her graduating class on any one test administration of the SAT. The student must also be in the top 10% among the top 10 students in his or her class based on grade point average. A star teacher is selected by the student as the one teacher who they feel has been most instrumental during his or her academic career. Throughout the state, high school star students compete for school system titles, and system star students will compete for region-wide honors in the 12 starred regions in the state. And at the state paid star banquet, a state star student and teacher will be selected. So now on to meet our 2024 star students and teachers. As I call your name, please come forward. From Dublin High School, Leah Gerald and her star teacher, Miss Ashley Brooks.
Good afternoon. I'm Leah Gerald from Dublin High School, and it is an honor to be standing here before you as a star student of Dublin High School. The distinction is more than an academic achievement. It represents the collective efforts, guidance, and unwavering support of remarkable individuals who have influenced my journey, particularly a teacher who has left an incredible mark on my life, Miss Danae Brooks, our healthcare teacher and a cornerstone of our school's career academy. Miss Brooks epitomizes the essence of mentorship, compassion, and excellence. Her classroom was a sanctuary of learning where personal connections and hands-on experiences were paramount. She has been a beacon of support, offering her wisdom during my most challenging times and as a pillar of encouragement as I pursued my dreams. Ms. Brooks' belief in my potential has catalyzed my growth, inspiring me to aim higher and to dream bigger. Her lessons extended beyond the confines of healthcare, instilling a passion for technology and innovation. The passion has guided my academic and career inspirations. I eagerly await my acceptance letter from the University of Georgia, where I plan to major in computer science and minor in business administration. I aim to earn a master's degree in computer science and embark on a career as a computer engineer. I plan to start my journey in the tech industry, gradually advancing to leadership roles and further my education in business administration to enhance my impact on the field. The ethos of the Exchange Club of Dublin, which is centered on community service and youth programs, profoundly resonates with the values of Ms. Brooks instilled in me. She taught me that we can make a significant difference in our community and beyond with dedication, a commitment to excellence, and a heart for service. In selecting Ms. Danae Brooks as my star teacher, I celebrate her profound impact on my personal and academic development and her embodiment of the ideals cherished in the Exchange Club. Her mentorship has prepared me to face the future with confidence, ambition, and a commitment to contributing positively to society. I extend my sincerest gratitude to the Exchange Club of Dublin for fostering an environment that celebrates academic excellence and community service. To Ms. Brooks, thank you for your inspirational guidance, your unwavering support, and for being a remarkable role model. Thank you, everyone, for this incredible honor. As I look forward to the next chapter of my journey, I am reminded of the responsibility that comes with this recognition, to strive for excellence, to serve my community, and to uphold the values that have guided me thus far. I am excited about what the future holds and am committed to making a difference in the world.
All right. Hey, y'all. I'm Danae Brooks. I'm Leah's healthcare teacher. So I first met Leah spring of last year. It was my first year at Dublin. I've been in education for 5 years, but I'm actually a registered nurse of 13 years. So Leah enrolled actually in my second pathway course. I was doing a pathway at the time for allied health. When we initially had our first conversation, I knew right then she was going to be a great student. She was very involved in class. She always knew the answers to my questions. She would speak to me in class, pay attention, not one of mine that would sleep. And so the more time that we spent together, the more I realized honestly how great she was. She shared with me several activities that she does, like playing softball. I was actually able to go watch her senior game this year. She also shared that she works with our wrestling team, and in addition to that, she works part-time as well, so has a lot on her plate for sure. But out of all of that, she still excels with her academics. She returned to me this year to finish my pathway with healthcare, so she took the third and final course and made the highest score on the end of pathway exam that we've had so far at the school. Leah, in my opinion, is a rare find in today's generation, with her work ethics and just her drive to succeed. She has had a lot of obstacles, like all students come her way, and I've just been in awe of how she has overcome all of them. And I'm just thankful for my time. I'm honored that she chose me to be her star teacher, and I cannot wait to see what her future holds.
So with me today, I have my mom. Where's she at? I don't know. My mom. I have my principal, Dr. Overstreet. I have Miss AMT. I don't remember the title. I'm sorry. Communications. I have my school counselor, Miss Jessica Lemon.
And then I brought my husband, Ryan Brooks.
Badcock Home Furniture and More is your home store, where you'll find great savings on new living room sets, sofas, love seats, recliners, and more. Badcock Home Furniture and More has great savings every day on bedding and bedroom sets. Shop Badcock Home Furniture and More for a great selection of dining room sets. And save every day on electronics and appliances at Badcock Home Furniture and More, 1927 Highway 441 South in Dublin. Call 275-3144 for more information, or stop by and see Wendy and Tim Sumner or any of their friendly staff today at Badcock and More Home Furniture Store, where no credit is ever refused.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Representing East Lawrence High School, Garrett Barber and his star teacher, Mr. Philip Fowler. Mr. Fowler couldn't be here today, but Garrett and his teacher are going to come back to a future program so they can both speak to us. But Garrett is going to come up and introduce himself as well as his guest that he brought with him today. Come on up, Mr.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Garrett Barber from East Lawrence High School, and as he said, unfortunately, Mr. Fowler wasn't able to be here today, but I'll still share a few words, save the longer thing for later when he can be here. One of the main reasons why I chose Mr. Fowler as the star teacher is because of his dedication to his students. Every day that you were in his class, or you had an essay to write, or anything like that, he made sure that you improved yourself in some way, whether it be in your writing or just in general. He just made sure that every day you brought something back with you to make you feel like you improved yourself that day. And with me today, I have my principal, Mr. Burke, the guidance counselor, Ms. Tokar, and my mom, Ashley. So, thank you.
Trinity Christian School. Trinity had a tie, so we've got two representatives from Trinity. We'll start with Thomas McMichael and his star teacher, Heather Floyd.
Hi everyone, I'm Thomas McMichael. I'm here with my parents, Chap and Jan McMichael, as well as Jean, my fellow star student, our school's counselor, Miss Candace Ushery, and of course our second star teacher, Miss Amanda Harrington. And there's someone else here I want to give special recognition to, my star teacher, Miss Heather Floyd. Ms. Floyd taught me in 9th and 10th grade English, as well as in Tennedy's test prep class for 1/4 of my 11th grade year. In those freshman and sophomore classes, I got to know one of the best teachers to ever grace Trinity's campus. Ms. Floyd always impressed me with her ability to identify what each student needed and when. I distinctly remember when once, while in class, as we were all reading a book together, she rearranged our seats. I didn't know why in the moment. The next day, one student exclaimed out loud, "Wait, this book is good." She knew he hadn't been reading the book, and she also knew when to make him start reading it by moving him to a spot where she could see him. And then she knew that he would learn from reading that literature and that he needed to experience it. Her ability to prioritize lessons is also something I always admired. And she knew when we were getting tired of thinking too much over our literature to give us a grammar lesson. That way we could refresh our mind. And she knew what parts of the story really needed to be taught to us, even if those were parts that just couldn't be on a test. Even when Trinity's curriculum just got too chaotic to keep up with, she kept us on track and never sacrificed the quality of her lessons. But what really decided that Miss Floyd would be my star teacher was that singular quarter of my junior year. She used every second of spare time to show us modern literature and instill in us a love of reading, which I can't say I'd really love reading as much as I do now, if not for her. She gave us free access to her bookshelf and encouraged us to read on days with little to do else in class. As Ms. Floyd showed me that school could be more than just going through the motions. She showed me that learning isn't just about getting good grades. She showed me that improvement is the goal of education, not objectives. She showed me that even when I'm already doing well, it's good to get better. Now, ironically, despite choosing an English teacher as my star teacher, I plan to go into accounting for my studies and future career path. If everything goes well from here, I'm hoping to continue my education at Dartmouth. It's a long way from home, but I think I can handle it with our training.
It is an honor to have been chosen by Thomas and to be standing here today. A star student is someone who stands out among their peers. Thomas is well known for doing just that. He always stands on his own, no matter what anyone else is doing. In August of 2020, Thomas was starting 9th grade, and I was entering my 16th year of teaching. But it was a completely new experience for everyone, armed with masks, hand sanitizer, more Lysol wipes than we could count, and lots of prayers. I headed into the classroom. Thomas was in my freshman honors literature class. Thomas, it seemed, was a constant victim of quarantine. Despite missing more days than any of us could count, Thomas maintained his academic status and positive outlook, mainly with the help of Google Meets. I had the privilege of teaching Thomas during his sophomore and junior years as well. During his junior year, Thomas was in my reading test prep class, where we solidified our bond over a love of literature. I didn't know you didn't like to read, so that's... I recommended books to Thomas, and he recommended books to me. Thomas was constantly reading, always at my bookshelf. I've enjoyed watching Thomas grow into a wonderful young man. Rachel Anders said, "The journey of a lifetime starts with the turning of a page." Thomas, your journey is just beginning. The world awaits your limitless potential, and I have no doubt that you will continue to inspire, lead, and make an impact wherever you go from here. Congratulations on this achievement. I am sure this is one of many that you will earn, and I am blessed to be able to continue to cheer you along the way. The more you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. Thank you again for the great honor of being your star teacher. I'm beyond proud of you.
Count on the #1 realty company in Dublin and Lawrence County when you're looking to buy or sell a home or land. All of our agents, including Brian Howell, Charlene Lamb, Adam White, David Deves, Jennifer Bradley, Mark Bateman, Kim Thompson, Pamela Lee, Edie Webb, Jay Brantley, Jim Jarrett, Raina Duverly, Yvonne Robertson, and broker George Dirt are ready to serve you today for all your commercial, residential, or rental property. Call 478-272-1535 or stop by 1700 Veterans Boulevard in Dublin, or just log on to c21dublin.com and you'll be dealing with the #1 realty company in Dublin and Lawrence County, Century 21.
Hi, I'm Brandy, and I would like to invite you to experience our newly renovated mammography suite at the Fairview Park Hospital Breast Center. Our breast center has its own dedicated entrance with a relaxing boutique-like waiting area. You can make your appointment online anytime at fairviewparkhospital.com or by calling 478-274-3919. Most appointments take 30 minutes or less, and we will have your results back to your doctor within 24 hours.
And also from Trinity Christian School, Gene Hugh and his star teacher, Amanda Harrington.
I'm Gene Hu from Trinity Christian School. I have attended since K-5, so it's been a pretty long time for me. But I'll just go on. I wish I knew where to start. I've always tried to find a connection with my teachers no matter where and no matter what grade I've been in. I've always tried to get to know my teachers personally. This is the most true for Miss Harrington. Right before my junior year, we had open house orientation, and I immediately knew that her class was going to be special. She was very enthusiastic and showed a lot of interest in all of her students. She was asking them about how their summer went, what they had done, and that she was ready to teach them because this was her first time teaching in a while since she recently had children. Her class was never dull or boring. She always found a way to teach in an engaging manner, particularly by using her personal anecdotes to connect real world to literature. I, myself, and the rest of the class would always rush after lunch to get in her class. We would pile up outside her door, and we found ourselves quite sad when the bell rang at 1:55. None of us wanted to leave, all 9 of us. We honestly wish that our class was longer every day, and particularly on chapel days where the classes are shorter, we were even more sad. My class would soon realize that she was not just an educator to us, but she was a wonderful role model and a person that we could go to for anything. She would constantly remind us and tell us every day that she was there for us. Possibly the greatest memory that has stuck with me is one day I was absent from school. I was probably skipping, and she texted me asking if I was okay and if there's anything to worry about. And it was just something about a teacher personally reaching out to me asking if I was okay and making sure that I was okay. Really stuck with me. Above all else, she wished that her students succeed not only in the classroom, but outside the classroom. So she would always want to keep up with everyone and what's going on in their life. And she wanted us to be leaders and high achievers. For me, she has set what the tone would be for a teacher, caring, compassionate, and challenging. I can remember the countless days where I would go to Miss Harrington's room after school to catch up and talk. We would speak about anything and everything, such as current plans, future plans, and what I want to do with my life. Never would she not listen to my problems. I've always said that my retirement job is to be a teacher, and I can only hope to emulate Miss Harrington's best qualities. I wish to have an impact on others in the same way that she had a great impact on me. Thank you.
Nearly brought me to tears back there, Gene. I'm Amanda Harrington and have had the privilege of being Gene's literature teacher this past school year. As I sat carefully studying the list of student names on my roster for the upcoming school year, I began putting names to faces, and soon after I sought the insight and advice of my fellow teachers, Miss Heather Floyd being one of them. I wanted to get to know a few unique facts about each of my students before starting the school year. There was a name that continuously seemed to be the topic of conversation across the board. He is smart, they would tell me, like really, really smart. I was told to be prepared to answer tough questions, and that sometimes I may even find it necessary to resort to acknowledging that I might have to conduct some research before providing a sufficient answer. Considering myself pretty knowledgeable and experienced in the subject matter of grammar and literature, I tucked these questions away, these suggestions away, but I felt pretty prepared. A few weeks into the first semester, I quickly became aware of exactly what my colleagues meant. It became very evident that Gene was an exceptionally intelligent student. who not only had an advanced knowledge of nearly every subject he was taught, but one who also had an immense thirst and passion for learning. He soaked up every literary piece we explored and dissected every grammatical challenge I could give him. He was always wanting to know more, always looking at every piece from every angle possible. As an English major and a teacher for many years, I had naturally become experienced in the world of literary interpretation and had witnessed hundreds of accounts of students breaking down short stories, novels, poetry, and so on. Yet with all of those years of exposure, Jean consistently found ways to show me how to look at literature and grammar in ways that I had never considered before. I have always been one to truly admit and believe that as teachers, we can learn from our students. As our 11th grade American literature class progressed throughout the year, that is exactly what played out. If Gene had a question, he didn't hesitate to ask. But he also made sure that we came to a precise explanation. He thirsted to know the how and why of everything he faced. As his teacher, I could not have been more thrilled about this. We didn't always see eye to eye, but after all, having students who are genuinely interested in what they are learning is what every teacher dreams of. He would be the first to tell me, though, that English was not his favorite subject. However, you would never be able to tell by his grades. I watched Gene grow, not only as a student, but as a young man, looking to give his very best and striving for sheer excellence in everything he set out to accomplish. My heart was made so happy in watching him study and prepare for the SAT. Each time he'd be sure to give me the report of his scores, but he always set out for accomplishing a higher score the next go-round. As I stand here today, honored to represent Gene as his star teacher, I know that the real accomplishment lies within this amazing young man who never gives up, never settles for less, and always pushes one step harder every single time. As you graduate this year, Gene, carry the verse Hebrews 11:1 with you. Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. I know that great things are ahead for you, Gene, and I cannot wait to watch God's plan for your life unfold. Thank you for always asking the tough questions. Thank you for always seeking a challenge. And thank you for the honor of being your star teacher.
I'm Brian Bazemore, President and CEO of Community Bank of Dublin-Lawrence County. We would like to invite you to come by and experience a welcoming banking environment. Come by today and have a cup of coffee and let us talk with you about our many products, savings accounts, checking accounts, CDs, and our many loans. You're more than just a number to us, you're family. Come by today, Community Bank of Dublin-Lawrence County, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
The weather's a little cool, but the deals are hot here at Dublin Nissan. With our highest inventory in years, now's the time to get a great deal at Dublin Nissan. You can save on your price, at the pump, and even more on a Nissan EV. Call or click mydublinnissan.com.
And from West Lawrence High School, Taylor Wright and her star teacher, Emma Falk.
I'm Taylor Wright from West Lawrence High School. I would first like to acknowledge my parents, Lindsay and Jonathan Wright, who have always supported and pushed me to be my best. My amazing counselor and principal, Ms. Malone and Dr. Kemp, and of course my star teacher, Ms. Emma Falk. I selected Ms. Falk because she is not only an incredible teacher, but an amazing person and role model. She displays confidence, compassion, and many other qualities that are important for a teacher to illustrate. Throughout my time in her class, she demonstrated respect, kindness, and love towards each of her students. I had the privilege of Ms. Falk being my first AP teacher in 10th grade. The first day in AP Government and Politics, she began listing all the documents we would need to memorize, reading we would be required to do, and how each test would be 2 days long. So needless to say, I was concerned. However, I quickly learned that everything she made us do was with good reason and would be worth it in the end. Her class taught me how to be diligent and motivate myself, which is something I will be thankful for and utilize for the rest of my life. She also never failed to keep things interesting and fun. From keeping us up to date with all the current government issues and tying them into our lessons to letting us pick a Bernie Sanders bobblehead as our class mascot, she definitely kept us entertained. I walked into this class knowing nothing about government and thinking I was going to hate learning about it, but I left understanding more than I ever thought I would. Her class left me with so many good memories and will forever be one of my most cherished. Ms. Falk sparked an interest in government for me and helped me realize that it is actually one of my favorite things to learn about. But her class also showed me that learning about government is as far as my interests go, because I definitely never want to work in government or politics. Which is why when I go to Georgia College and State University next year, I will be studying biology in pursuit of becoming a physician assistant. I hope to earn a bachelor's degree in biology and pre-PA from Georgia College and then go on to Augusta University to complete 2 years of PA school. Ms. Falk has been a big part in helping me make this decision and has listened to me go back and forth about what I want to do in the future several times, but no matter what, she always encouraged and supported my plans. She has taught me many valuable lessons that I will forever appreciate. She will always be somebody that I think very highly of, and I know I can always turn to her for advice in any situation. In 10th grade, her classroom became and has since then remained a safe space for me and many other students to go to when we need to talk. I will always be grateful to know her as a teacher, role model, and in general, one of my favorite people.
I feel like I need to clarify something for just a second. So Taylor's class was the first AP government class that we had at West Lawrence, and in 2021, Dr. Kemp asked me if I would teach that class, and I was really honored, but I was also pretty terrified because we had never offered an AP class to 10th graders, and I had never taught one. So I needed some training, and they were really patient with me. But this class was a joy. I would have them over and over again, and Taylor was one of those students. But one day in class, we got to talking about the 2021 inauguration where Bernie Sanders is sitting in the folding chair with his little mittens, you know, the meme that went viral. Unbeknownst to me, the next day in class, they had all brought $1 and decided to buy a bobblehead as my class pet without my permission. So anyway, that's a fond memory I have. But Taylor was a joy to have in AP government. But unbeknownst to me, in the first couple weeks that I taught her, Taylor pulled me aside one day and told me that we had a common denominator and we knew the same person. And her grandmother actually taught me when I was in the 10th grade, Miss Judy Rowland. And if you know her, she is just a precious soul. I mean, so wonderful that she would go by the honor system on her homework and just call you out and ask you what you made. And you just couldn't lie to the woman because she was so precious. So I told Taylor, if she's Judy Rowland's granddaughter, then she is a wonderful person. And she has just far exceeded that expectation as a student. It's totally been a joke between the two of us, but she really has far surpassed that expectation. But as I taught Taylor and I got to know her throughout the semester, I learned pretty quickly that this girl was soaking in everything that I was teaching. She was acing tests, and she knows this because I will tell her to this day that some of her AP Government FRQs are probably some of the best and still are some of the best I have ever read. She is a model student. She still is. And she truly dedicates herself to school. As I followed her years since she was in my government class, it's clear that this is just the beginning for her. I could stand here today and I could tell you all of the ways that Taylor is a model student and aces every exam she takes, but before I leave you, I'd really like to know what is most important about Taylor, and that isn't really on display in her academic accomplishments. It's her character that really shines. She is one of the most kind, most sincere students that I have ever taught. She has such a good head on her shoulders, always clinging to what is right and good and honorable. She is true to herself and isn't willing to compromise her beliefs for outside influence of her peers. She has such strong integrity that will really lead her to accomplish things that others find difficult just because her standards of excellence are higher and she's willing to cling to that. And she's not willing to sacrifice herself for something that is a quick decision. She is such a wonderful friend and so attentive to the needs of others before herself. She is a faithful friend, always there to comfort someone or be of support in any way that she can. She picks up on things that her friends find important and always makes note to ask about them or to bring them up. She is such a subtle encourager, always knowing just what to say and when to say it to her friends. Truly, this student is the most humble person I know. Throughout my time as teacher, I never once heard Taylor boast about a single accomplishment of hers. Her friends were always the ones to tell me about how she did in her gymnastics meet the previous weekend, or how her essays in English were flawless and received strong praise from her teachers. She enjoys doing her best, and I truly believe that that has driven her success as a student. She is such a light to others and sets an example for how all students should treat their pursuit of academic excellence in high school. She is so deserving of this honor, and I can only imagine that her success in the future will be marked by one of humility, kindness, and a love for others, which is so needed in the medical field, and I'm so happy that she chose this profession, even though it's not government, but that's okay. And her love for others will just be on display daily as she pursues her career for the rest of her life. So it's my joy to know her. It's my joy to be a small role in her education, and I am so proud of her accomplishments and really honored to be your star teacher. So thank you.
Since 1916, Gravely has been designed, engineered, and made right here in the USA. Whether you prefer gas or electric, every Gravely has been forged with the commercial landscaper in mind. So they're not only built to last, but to also keep you riding comfortably from dawn to dusk. So ask yourself, are you ready to graduate to a Gravely? Visit your local Gravely dealer today.
Hey, I'm TJ with Dublin Outdoors and Power Sports, formerly known as Myers Equipment Supply. We're your full-line dealer for Gravely lawnmower sales and service.
Hi, I'm Tom Dominy. Here at Dublin Wind Nelson, we pride ourselves on providing the industry's highest quality products at the most competitive pricing. We are a full-service wholesaler specializing in plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products. With a staff that collectively offers more than 50 years of expertise, our team knows your industry, and we can answer your questions and help you get the parts and equipment you need. From mowing to Renee, we carry the plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products you need from the brands you trust. We also carry a great lineup of Milwaukee tools. At Dublin Wind Nelson, our goal is the long-term success of your business. We achieve that goal with a simple commitment, doing things right, one customer at a time. If you have a question, or if you're looking for a hard-to-find part, give us a call. Our experts are ready to help. Order online, give us a call, or come by at 507 Airport Road in Dublin. We're committed to building long-term relationships with our customers by earning your business every day.
Now, if all the STAR students and teachers could come back up, and I'll announce the winner of our school systems winners. So the school system winners are going to be invited to attend the STAR Region event, which will be held in Macon on March the 19th. And at that event, a Region STAR student and teacher will be selected to attend the State STAR Banquet, which will be held April 29th. So for Dublin City Schools, system winner is Leah Jarrell and STAR teacher Miss Ashley Brooks. Congratulations. Okay, so East Lawrence High School, Trinity Christian School, and West Lawrence High School all make up the Lawrence County system in the STAR teacher and student program. So the system winner for Lawrence County is Trinity Christian School STAR student Thomas McMichael and Miss Heather Floyd and Jean Hugh and Amanda Harrington. Congratulations.
Congratulations again to our award recipients. Kind of hard to get up here and follow those great speeches. Just God bless each of you students. Very impressive. I know you guys will do really well as you head off to school. Only request is you come on back to Dublin when you get done with school. I think I heard an accounting major. I got a job for you, Thomas. So just give me a holler when you get done with school. But again, thanks everyone for being here today. It's an honor and pleasure, and this is why we exist here at Exchange Club, is to give back to the community and recognize excellence in our community, especially with our students. A little bit of history, background. Dublin Exchange Club has been around for a while. We formed in 1936. In 87 years, we have a strong tradition of giving back to the community. Each year, we award thousands of dollars in grants and scholarships to students, individuals, and organizations in our community. To give you an idea of some of the other awards that we give out for the rest of the year, we do the Student Athlete of the Year. We do the ACE Award, which recognizes high school students who have overcome adversities and make them eligible for graduation. We have Child Abuse Prevention Essay Contest, the Law Enforcement Officer of the Year, Firefighter of the Year, and then we have our Dublin Exchange Club Foundation Awards at the conclusion of our fiscal year every year. So. And all of these programs are funded through various fundraisers, which the biggest one is the Pancake Supper, which is coming up next month on March the 14th. So I will ask each of you to please consider supporting the Pancake Supper. I would imagine most of you, at least if you don't dine in, you'll come through the drive-through, but that is our biggest fundraiser every year, and it allows us to do these awards and give out these scholarships. So with that said, reminder to our Exchange Club members, we've got Rob East has got Pancake Supper tickets. They look like this. They're a little different looking this year. So if anybody needs tickets, come to me. I'm the president this year, so I need to sell the most this year. So I got 50 right here if anybody wants them. The other thing I was going to mention, I have Joint Civic Club tickets. That event is on March the 15th for any exchange-ites that would like to go to that. I have a few up here, so come get with me if you want a free meal and to hear a good program. I don't know who the speaker is going to be this year, but that concludes our program. Again, thank everyone for coming here today. It's been a pleasure and to see our young people in our community. And thanks to the students, teachers, and parents. Thank y'all so much. Do we have anything else to come for the club today? Gentlemen, what's our motto?